just the second time in his career that LeBron James played an entire fourth quarter and scored exactly 0 points. Look, we have no points. 0 for 3 shooting, 2 turnovers. The only other time happened back in 2011, the finals with the Heat. Miami lost that game as well and then went on to lose that series. Rick Carlisle and the Dallas Mavericks. Here with Tim Legler, and we focused on the fourth quarter, and LeBron kind of disappeared there, but you said you were taking notes, and you saw in the first quarter that this was not a bad night, just a completely different guy.
It looked like his mindset was different, and he was falling in love with the fact that his teammates were making threes in the first half. And I guess he just expected that to continue because he did not look like the same guy that I've seen for 10 games in the postseason, where every trip his foot was on the gas, forcing defenses to react to him, to the point where I actually was wondering, where's Kyrie Irving been? Because I felt like he's not getting his normal touches because LeBron's been that dominant. Tonight, he just didn't have that look in his eyes. And they made shots up 16.5. Well, those shots started missing in the third quarter. And LeBron tried to find some sort of rhythm at some point in the second half. But when you wait that long, I don't care who you are, LeBron, Curry, Durant, you name it, Harden, any of the great scorers in this league, it's tough to just turn on your rhythm when you need to. And he just wasn't there for them offensively tonight. And eventually, that well ran dry of making all those threes. And their role players didn't play very well in the second half. Kyrie's the only guy that did, and Tristan Thompson with his offensive rebounding. And as a result, now you find yourself in a one-possession game that the Boston Celtics end up getting, because I think the mindset and the sense of urgency was not there from the very beginning of the game.
14 of 22 from 3 in the first half, just 2 of 17 in the second half, and LeBron's team now in some trouble. All right, so he mentioned it, LeBron, about Brad Stevens. That guy can draw up plays, come out of timeout, and that's how they end up winning the game. Walk us through it.
Right. All right, so here we go. Take a look. Now, defensively, here's what you're going to have. You have one guard on top, one guard on the bottom. You've got 2 offensive players on that side. When you set up this way defensively, since they're similar-sized defenders, this is an automatic switch. It's what you're expecting. The high guard is going to take anybody coming this way. The low guy takes anybody in action down here. Now, here's what they think is going to happen. You can tell by the way they're set up. They think that Avery Bradley's going to set this screen and then make this cut, and Jay Crowder is going to come over here off the top. If that were to happen, J.R. Smith plays the passing lane, Shumpert takes this away, you got everything covered. The problem is they actually ran, instead of a down screen, what's called a flex cut, and I'll show you what that is right here. On this down screen, Crowder actually comes here and curls. Well, J.R. Smith gets confused when this happens because Avery Bradley then peels back. And instead, what you get, instead of J.R. Smith jumping high, both guys go with Crowder, and it leaves Avery Bradley wide open. And the last part of this is here. Nice job right here. Take a look at the screen action right here by Horford. Nice physical end-of-game screen gets Avery Bradley open, but it was really because that was designed to be the flex cut where instead of Crowder coming up top, he came off and curled toward the basket. That confused J.R. Smith because he was thinking he was going to have Crowder coming up. And when he saw Crowder go that way, in his mind, he's like, oh, I have Crowder, because that's what he expected to happen. He runs, Shumpert goes with them. Avery Bradley wide open up top. Great wrinkle on the part of Brad Stevens. Really poor execution on the part of the Cavaliers defensively.
I was going to say, it sounded like you admired that little play right there. You enjoyed
Looks like
that.
some stuff I run on my AAU team, John. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I got a new out-of-bounds play.
Tim's messed with his whiteboard. You're a genius. Thanks so much. And guess what? You get to cover another game in this one when it comes.
Beautiful.
We're going to play Game 5 back in Boston. But the story in this one, obviously, is in the queue. Kevin Connors is there with a special guest.
It was a breakout regular season for Avery Bradley, and he has sparkled here in the postseason. Avery joins us here on SportsCenter. There's not a person between Boston and Cleveland or anywhere in between or elsewhere, Avery, that gave you guys a chance after losing by 44 points in Game 2. The single biggest reason you won Game 3 tonight was what?
I think defense. Not getting down on ourselves and being consistent on the defensive end. I mean, that's our identity. That's the Boston Celtics identity, and we understand that, and we haven't been able to do that. And I think credit to those guys. They've been making shots, tough shots. But we came out tonight, and we were able to get consistent stops down the stretch of the game, and that's the ultimate reason why we were able to win tonight.
And yet there were a lot of people that would have wondered, before you guys even boarded the plane to come here, where does the confidence to compete in Game 3 even come from after losing that badly? Where did the confidence come from?
I think it comes from, just that Celtic pride. We were going to come out there and play hard regardless. It was disappointing losing the way that we did last game, and our mindset this game was to come out, backs against the wall, swinging, just playing as hard as we can and leaving everything out there on the floor. And I'm happy with the way our team played tonight.
Take us through the last two makes for your team. First, the penetration and the kick to Jonas for the jumper, and then your three-pointer.
I just wanted to be aggressive. Brad drew a play up for me to lay the ball up, and I saw LeBron, I saw the defense collapse, and I kicked the ball out to Jonas, and he made a big shot for our team. And then Brad called a timeout and drew up an amazing play for our team, and Al made a great screen. Well, first Jay made a great cut. Al made an even better screen, and I knocked down the shot.
So that first play was for you, and you decided to kick it to Jonas.
It was, yeah, it was for me. That's one thing about our team. We understand that we have to just go out there and play basketball, be aggressive, and make the next right play.
The big storyline for your team is that you're playing without Isaiah Thomas, your all-star point guard here. What's it like? What's the biggest difference when you're handling the ball versus being off the ball?
It's a big-time difference, but, that all comes again, like I said, with the confidence. Not only that Brad has in me, but my teammates have in me. And I just have to go out there and play basketball, man. Make the right play. If it's for me to shoot the ball or me to make a play for my teammate, that's what I have to do. It makes it easy for me.
And the single biggest takeaway you'll take from Game 3 tonight is what?
Defending the basketball, and anything's possible if we believe in each other and go out there and play without complaining and stick together.
Your teammate Al Horford told the media when he was walking off the court, "Keep doubting us." That's sort of the mentality for the Celtics, and they come back to win Game 3, and there will be a Game 4 on Tuesday night here in Cleveland. Avery Bradley, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I think there's still a little doubt in the way we're looking.
They made a ton of threes. That's why they won.
So Bradley's second career go-ahead shot in the final 10 seconds of a game in his career makes the Celtics a winner in the playoffs. The other one also came at Cleveland. Hit a buzzer beater, a three-pointer for the win, February 5th, 2016. So you never know. At least the guy's in the right spot when he wants to have some heroics.